Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on Tricky Maths Part 20. There are 10 competitors in the high jump. At the end of the event, each jumper shakes hands with every other jumper. How many handshakes are there? Now this is a very good little problem, and if you would like to try it yourself, you can pause the video now, see if you can work out the answer, because I'm going to go on to the next slide now and we'll discuss how to find the answer. So you can pause it now if you wish. So what we do here, I've done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, which represents the 10 competitors, and I've also done it on this column too. So we've got the vertical column there and then the horizontal row. This represents AA. Theoretically, AA means AA. A shakes hands with A. We know that can't happen, but all I'm doing is filling in all these cells in relation to the letters. AB, AC, AD, etc. And we go all along. For example, if we look at this cell here, that's DF. D, F. So the first thing we do is we draw this grid and we write down all the letters in pairs, because each letter represents one person and that letter also represents a person, and that is a handshake. E shakes hands with H. That's what that represents. Over here, G shakes hands with C. Now, let's see what happens. You notice in this diagonal we have AA, BB, CC, DD. See all that there? Technically they represent handshakes, but let's have a look at this. People do not shake hands with each other. Hence, we eliminate the yellow cells. So that diagonal there disappears. So let's go to the next slide and see how it looks. Okay, so see how that has disappeared? Because you don't shake hands with yourself. Now what does this mean here? Look at this. We've got all these blue cells here, and here we've got the green cells. This is what this means. A shakes hands with B, but that's the same as B shaking hands with A. A shakes hands with C is the same as C shaking hands with A. And so on, all the way through. So look what we've got here. The green cells and the blue cells represent the same handshakes. So we eliminate the blue cells. See, because AB is the same as BA, they only do one handshake. And it's the same for all the others, so we don't need all this here, because they are just repetition of handshakes. So let's have a look what we have when these blue cells are eliminated. So we go to the next slide, and all we have left are these green cells here. So when we count those up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, etc. So we count them up one by one, and what do we have? The green cells are left. We have 45 handshakes. So that's it. When you have 10 competitors and every person shakes hands with every other person once, altogether there are 45 handshakes. That is a very interesting way to do it. I'm sure there are other ways, but I just find that the most interesting and probably the easiest way to understand. I do hope you enjoyed that problem, and if you pause the video, I hope you were able to solve it yourself.